they got it or not. Hey everybody, good to see you back. Welcome back to the Mystic Hawk YouTube channel. We gotta dance a little bit. Let's do a little bit of second line. Woo! Dance now. Happy Mardi Gras, everybody! Come on, I'm gonna pull up a chair. Let's start the music. Woo! That was fun. I had to put a little bit of dancing and having a good time. Hold on, let me adjust my microphone here really quick. Woohoo! That was fun. A little bit of second line. Yeah, they may have stopped Mardi Gras in New Orleans, but they didn't stop it here at Marty's house. Hello, this is Marty Dodson, and I am the Mystic Hawk, and welcome back to the Mystic Hawk YouTube channel. Oh my goodness, what a journey it has been getting back to you guys. Let me tell you, had a lot of my own stuff going on. You know, the 2020 shut my life down too, as well as everybody else's. Not in the same way, but believe me, I've had some many test trials and tribulations of my own that I had to get through. I had to go back and reschool myself, do a little work with the ancestors. I learned how to do a medicine wheel. Very powerful, not only that, but tend it and work with the ancestors. And because of my work with my ancestors, that means that I can really come and work with your ancestors, especially in personal readings. Yes, they are still available. No, my website's not up and running very good right now. Got a neighbor next door going to help me out with that. Thank you. I really appreciate that because it needs some work. If you'd like a personal reading, email me down below and I'll get you set up. I'll tell you how much, I'll get you set up for your reading and everything. These readings come with audio recordings and a wonderful quartz crystal, about this size. Now, that's one of the things I've been doing since I've been gone, in addition to working with medicine wheels, working with my own family shadow and our shadow work, as I have gone on not 1, 2, but 8 trips down to dig some crystals. This is one of my crown jewel. Literally, this is what I call my tiara cluster. Check it out. This is museum quality. This is worth many hundreds of dollars. I dug this out of the ground myself. Isn't it amazing? Beautiful, beautiful. And the reason I call it tiara, because the first thing I did when I got it cleaned up is I put it up on my third eye, and oh my goodness, the downloads that you get from that. Here's another one. This is a Lemurian crystal. Lemurian quartz. Come on, give us a little. It's not gonna do it. Anyway, the Lemurian quartz crystal. It's a very powerful crystal. Forgot that I took off the autofocus because it does that stuff. And here's another amazing one, and it just never ends. This one is a really amazing twin flame. It's one of the biggest ones I've found so far, and it's a twin flame because, see, it's like one whole crystal, but it's split in two at the point. Gosh, you can't really see it. I've been taking some pretty amazing photos in these in the photo boxes, but I will be selling these as well. That's why my website is down. Not only do I do readings, I'm going to be selling crystals and crystal artwork and power objects that I make. A lot of times I make those specifically for people by order. I haven't figured out how I'm going to do that yet, but these crystals have really grabbed a hold of me and taken me on some pretty amazing journeys. Going to continue to, as I'm going to be picking myself up and moving closer to them so that I can bask in that wonderful crystal vortex down around my Mount Ida, Arkansas, and probably spend the rest of my life picking those things up off the ground, because it just never gets old to me. Finding those little treasures never gets old. So when I woke up this morning, I had no idea. I don't have my setup. I don't have my green screen. I let my inner child come out and decorate for you for Mardi Gras. Put all the wonderful decorations up. Um, Sometimes my inner 5-year-old comes out. That's one of the things that happened over the summer as I was doing my inner healing work and working with my inner child. I found what a treasure and a gift it was to be able to reconnect with that childlike, spontaneous joy. Like when I woke up this morning and goes, I'm going to make a video and put it on Mystic Hawk today. And that's all I've done all day long is plan it and print out stuff and bring out my flowers. And, you know, I didn't have a studio. My studio hasn't been set up for months, so I had to just kind of throw it together. That's why you're not going to be able to see the cards like usual. Don't have all the graphics. This is just bare bones. Jump on and jump in and do it. So here I am, folks, without further ado. Now, so you know, we got plenty of protection here. Not only do I call in all my angels, Ice Sage, and do all that, we have a massive sword of selenite that I got at Wegner Crystal Mine down in Mount Ida. I know I'm not getting paid for it, but they do have a wonderful selection of almost wholesale prices for something very large like this. Now, just recently, about the last month, I've just barely started picking up the tarot cards for myself, much less to put it out there. One of the things that I did, because I had done so many readings for other people, so many of these 12 readings that I do every month. By the way, this is going to be a reading for everybody, for the collective. We're just going to start off slow. It was pretty intense and draining to do all 12 of them. We'll see if I can get back up to that level. I'm playing it by ear. Spirit just said do this one. That's what I'm doing. But this is how I handled the tarot card situation. See? This here is, to get the cards off so I don't dump them. This is obsidian. Excuse me. If any of you have had issues with psychic attack, lack of clarity, and psychic attack is not just attack from other people's negative energy or even the TV or anything like that. Psychic attack can also come from ourselves, from our own subconscious mind, from our own ego mind, those old belief systems that tell us what we're doing is wrong, bad, we shouldn't be doing all that. Obsidian is very powerful. No, you do not have to have one this big. Let's see, I have one around here that's little. Usually they're, you know, pocket size would do, and you can put it on top of your cards. But since I do such volume, and just because of the nature of who I am, I tend to draw people that need readings from me that have some really heavy stuff on them sometimes. I don't know why. All those past lives that I had and all the stuff that I do. Oh, another thing that I'm going to be doing very soon is also learning Reiki. I'm adding to my skills. Yes, I had to be gone, you know, over these last few months just because, you know, hey, Marty needed some work. Marty needed time, love, and attention so that I could make myself better, putting the oxygen mask on myself first so that I am worth anything to come help you guys. And believe me, boy, have I gone through it, especially in the last month or two. It's been yo-yo. But I'm here. I'm alive. This old gangster, this old tarot reading gangster. I noticed a lot of youngsters are showing up out of the blue. Yeah, I've been doing this since 1992. I'm really, truly an old gangster. I learned at old school where I actually went to somebody's house. No internet. There was about 9 of us in the class, and for 9 weeks, we would go once a week and learn like 4 cards or 5 cards at a time. And it was very intense, but we had the teacher there and a lot of stories and you know, she did that, not only just teaching the cards and showing them, showing us what it was about, but also a lot of storytelling. So all that, so yada yada yada. So that's where I've been, what I've been doing. I realize that Spirit probably called me to talk to you guys because we got some big major changes going on. Looks like my camera's just decided to turn everything pink. Well, whatever, we'll go with pink, because I'm tired of messing with this and I'm ready to get the reading out. So what went on? One of the new decks I've got is called Beyond Lemurio, and it's by Izzy Ivy. And the first card that came out was New Blueprints. I don't know if you can see it. New Blueprints. Okay. And these are really beautiful cards. They're very mystical and very eerie. This one is in particular. And this new blueprint, and right after that, we got, and yes, I will be getting to the tarot cards. They're the blockages. So, and then we have the Soul Star Chakra. Now, in case you don't know where the Soul Star Chakra is, this is our third eye, the crown. And then the Soul Star is probably about 3 to 6 feet above your head. I mean, anywhere from a foot to 6 foot, just depending on yourself, how big your aura is, and all that good stuff. So that is the chakra that we connect directly to our soul through via our higher self, which is kind of like an intermediate. It is what we consider the soul. That's how we talk to it. We think we're talking to our soul, but I don't know about you guys, but my soul's way on up there in the dimensions, and if my soul stepped down to talk to me directly, it'd probably blow my body up. Literally, we have to step down, and I say we because there are several, and you guys, some of you probably have some of a similar experience. And then that does come along with the old souls and those of us that have come back to help humanity in these days and times. So these new blueprints that you're going to be getting from this oversoul are currently underway, being downloaded as the old reality is towered and shattered and scattered. I'm scattered, kind of like, the hash browns and stuff at the Waffle Hut. I don't know where that came from. Anybody going to Waffle Hut lately? Love those hash browns, huh? Yeah, I used to do that. That was you knew what you're going to get. If you're on the road, they're open 24 hours back in the day when we actually could go in restaurants. Remember that? Anyway, yeah. So these blueprints that are being downloaded, each one of us, we're yeah, it's like there's a whole lot of this is whole new belief systems coming in. Some of this is our DNA upgrades. Light language is being brought down into our body and informing the body, which causes DNA and cellular structure movements. Some of them are I'm hearing going to be keeping at bay some EMF radiations that we've had. Some of it was from being in front of these computers and TVs too long, and it's the clearing of the EMF radiation so that we can understand and more fully absorb these light codes that are being presently downloaded to us from the Soul Star Chakra. And these are coming via our higher self, and what they're doing is informing us of what you would call people are talking about the superpowers out there, which I would say is more of a heightened sensitivity, your psychic abilities, telepathy, telekinesis. Everybody is different. Everybody has a different soul print, like a fingerprint. So your abilities are very much uniquely you. But what this is being done for those of you that watch me and that are still resonating to this right now, you're in the group of people that have come to bring these new blueprints because you're in the group of the realm builders. And what I mean by realm builders is as those that a lot of times when there's festivals or big functions, a lot of people go in first to build the infrastructure, to set up the water, the bathroom, lay out where the stage is going to go and all the food tents and the food trucks and all of that. There's people that go in first to set up these events. And I feel like I'm talking to a lot of people that are on those front lines of going in and setting up the events, setting up the 5D blueprint for your life and those around you. Now, they do want to tell me, and what I've gotten from the downloads earlier is don't at all be surprised if you're going to see some different faces, perhaps even some different places. Could be different workplaces. different living situations, or different situations coming up within your work or your relationship. Okay, I really feel not for everybody, but it is going to require some kind of change of scenery, and letting go of old structures and old foundations, especially if you find them draining, depleting, diminishing in any way. Because what we need to do is be up in our high heart chakra. High heart chakra. And get that out 3 times. Say that real fast 3 times. High heart. Anyway, no, I won't do it. It's right here. Okay. This is where it is. This part of our body. And this is how we like send out very powerful unconditional love, but it is also how we receive from the universe, from other people. Very important that you open it as much as possible. That's why I did what I did and did a lot of my soul work and shadow work and stuff, things that were blocking my heart chakra. And of course, I set all that up when I was younger, as we often do. A lot of us, especially if we're indigos or rainbow children, or name it, all the other names that are out there, those of us that came for this particular time, we've had some traumatic childhoods. And it is by design. I hate to tell you that, we all write the contracts that we're going to enter into, our higher selves and our souls do, for this particular soul personality who you are right now. And sometimes that does bring in challenges, incarnating into families that are very challenging, almost perhaps the opposite that you are. And then oh, you've got to be kidding me. Okay. New Egypt, New Jersey. Now, okay, this is how I really roll when I do readings. I was trying to go back to the old way, but speaking of a new way, see, the universe just came in, and this most ridiculous number that I've ever seen in my life. I gotta record. M216. I mean, look at all this stream of numbers here. Never even seen this. It's like M216185. I mean, it's like a million numbers. Says missed call, and it was from New Egypt, New Jersey. Now I assume it was a robocall. I don't know that for sure. Here we all are in pink. But so New Egypt. That's interesting, because last time it was the New Egypt, when Egypt was truly new. It was right after Atlantis. And what was Atlantis? Right after Lemuria. And what happened then? That's when last time we really majorly downloaded some new blueprints. Became new realm builders. Built these amazing structures that are still there to this day. So in this new era of Aquarius, some of you may be called on to build new structures, if not actual physical buildings, but structuring new realities within the realm builder. Now that's going to be different with everybody. This is not a personal reading. This is for all the collective, for all 12 signs, for everybody out there. And I have to use cards actually in personal readings. If you hit the like button, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you very much. But in personal readings, I almost never touch a card anymore. It's all channeling, talking to ancestors. Sometimes I will pick a card or two. So this is really new to me, to actually having to pick up cards and tell people about things. But when it comes to the collective, I can't zone in on like 10,000 ancestors out there. So I'll just have to go with cards and give general messages. Definitely some choices and decisions between two different realities. That's very obvious. So we're going to stay in the old paradigm, or actually make a commitment with these new blueprints and go into that new paradigm. Our higher selves and our soul selves are working overtime trying to get this information to us. But we're going to look at the tarot cards here and see where those blockages actually are coming in to keep us from stepping off into these wonderful paradise. There's either hell or paradise. There's no more purgatory, people. You're in purgatory, get ready to go back to hell. And I don't even mean that is in the traditional way. I'm talking about the repetitious karmic. If you want to stay in the same cycle with the same people doing the same stuff, now if it's working, great, great. I'm talking about these situations that drain you, around energy vampires. If they make you feel tired, it's just because, we can't blend in with those energies. They're not mixing anymore. Oil and water are no longer mixing. It's a real major polarity because the earth is in the major shift right now. Some people going to the new earth and some aren't. No judgment. Everybody gets there in their own time eventually. But like I said, the round builders are the ones that go and set up the place so the festival can happen. So you're going to be one of the first ones out there in the wild. No map. You're the one that's going to come back and give people the map, right? Okay, now we got that established. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say. Whoa, whoa, whoa. They're being tough. Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is the first one that came up. Yes, that is making that idea. Also, swords, using that mind to cut out those old belief systems. I've decided I want to go with this new blueprint, taking this sword and cutting away the old blueprint coming up. The next card, we have the reversed King of Pentacles. Look at there, old Midas sitting there with all his gold at his feet and all his little underlings there to do whatever bidding he'd like. Why? Because he has the gold and they got their eye on the gold, or him. They want to be him. But this looks like Oberon. That's Puck. Midsummer Night's Dream, huh? Well, when he's reversed, he's a bit of a miser. Again, I say this is the old way, the old system. Now, this could be somebody Cancer, not Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay, the earth signs. Now, there might be somebody you're dealing with, but to me, especially when we say Capricorn, after we come out of all that Capricorn mess of 2020 being restrictive, holding us back, governments, big business, these big institutions, and I'm not going to be saying the letter names because I don't want my channel taken off, but these big institutions telling you what to do, how to live, where to go, how to breathe or not, all that good stuff. That's one of the things that we decide. We take this Ace of Swords and cut that out. It could also be somebody very controlling around you. They're very controlling, very manipulative with money in particular, or material goods. Holding stuff over your head. Bad bosses, bad landlords, stingy people in general. But I really feel like for this collective reading, and especially for the realm builders with the new blueprints, the old system is gone. Gone. And it is time to get some new ideas to start moving forward. There's a fire going with that air. That's air and fire. So Ace of Swords is usually all air, but this has got fire. So you got that idea and get that fire under your butt and get with it. Mercury may be retrograde, but you could still sit down. You can write out lists. Don't forget the gratitude list. You can write out a whole list for yourself and start brainstorming. And, the universe can help you. Once you start playing that game with yourself, then the universe says, oh, we're playing, okay? I'm just tossing the cards around. I'll shuffle until they say stop. Let's see what we got for next one. We got the reversed Ace of Pentacles. So I'm feeling like, a lot of us feel like this new beginning. Where is it? Come on, man. Yeah, blueprints, downloads, realm builder. I know all this. I know all this, Mystic Hawk. What? What am I supposed to do with it? How are we going to get to move forward? Well, we got a lot of Taurus energy going on. Uranus and Taurus, Mars is in Taurus. It's not moving very fast right now. Bear with me. It is coming. But what I'm feeling like this, what I'm seeing right here is this King of Pentacles and this Ace of Pentacles. It's like, that's what I was talking about. These old people, these old ideas, perhaps jobs, relationships, family belief systems. Perhaps you have a family belief system of poverty, consciousness, Oh boy, I know that one. That was one of the things I had to, take some time out to work on, you know. And if you have a poverty consciousness, you're not going to be able to have the open, high heart to be able to accept the Ace of Pentacles, this wonderful new beginning that's coming to you. Oh my goodness. People, I can't make this shit up. The next thing we have is the Ace of Cups. That's 3 aces and 4 cards. This almost never happens. We are talking about we're on the precipice of a major, massive new beginning. And the wonderful thing is this Ace of Cups, so you gotta put these cards down for a minute. The Ace of Cups goes with this high heart chakra. See? There we go. I'm not used to doing it this way, I know. Once upon a time I had a great setup, but I'm gonna have to do like everybody else and hold them up to the things, hold them up to the camera. And it's totally messing up. Now it's going orange. So, we're gonna be funny looking for a while, looks like. Anyway, the Ace of Cups, it's the information that counts. I can look like the ex-president. I'll be orange. Anyway, we got the Ace of Cups here. And that is a new emotional beginning. So it looks like, the mind and the emotions. I see this. The mind and the emotions are ready to go. It's just some kind of hold up in the physical, probably something to do with other people doing blessing blockings, or you're blocking your own blessing because of the poverty consciousness, because the universe is saying we are ready to deliver. The downloads are happening now. What's the next card up? Woo! We got something here. We got the Temperance card. That could be Sagittarius around, but what I really feel is this is Archangel Michael here. Michael has come to help out, to do a little alchemy of the blending of 2 opposite things. That could be air and water. Air and water, these 2 aces going in together to alchemize and bring down some new blueprints so you can be a realm builder, huh? This is really, really alchemizing and bringing down with patience and temperance. Tranquilo, tranquilo, tranquilo. Slow down, be calm, right? Because Rome wasn't built in the day, and neither will our experience of the 5th dimension. Of course, the 5th dimension's always been there, but our experience. Okay, this color is bugging me to no end, so you're going to get to see me change it here. My light has drastically changed. The sun is changing. Okay, there we go. I look more normal now. See, it didn't take that long. And if I gotta look at it, bug me. Okay, that's a little bit better. So what we're doing now is the next card, number 6, reverse 5 of Cups. Yes, all that, crying and pining over all the stuff that was lost, especially over the last year. Could be relationships, grieving. Perhaps you lost a loved one and they passed. I'm very, very sorry about that. I've lost a fee myself this year. So I understand. And that grieving process, it happens in its own time, but it looks like you're toward the end of it, where you start turning around and seeing what is there, what do I have to work with, how can I move forward in this situation. Tell me to put the tarot cards down right now, and we're gonna pick a Sacred Destiny card. Let's see what the Sacred Destiny card here. We might pull a few more tarot. This is interesting. I haven't done that in a while. Haven't done an out loud tarot reading in over a year. Hey, Sacred Destiny, focus, 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 focus. It's very important where your focus is at and what you're focusing on. This is a time when all of us need to pay very strong attention to where our thoughts are, where our feelings are, how we're perceiving situations, staying focused on our goals, staying forward focused with those aces, keeping them move forward, even though we may feel some delays and some blocks, just to not give up. Have another card. I'm going to pull a couple more of these. There it is. Solitude. Yeah, we know that one nowadays, don't we? Maybe before last year, not a lot of us knew about solitude, but a lot of us got introduced to it in 2020, did we not? A little bit of solitude. If you, even if you don't live alone, perhaps you might have wanted some solitude. But this is very important to have some solitude so you can tune in and to really be able to connect, really be able to absorb. That's what they're saying, absorb the downloads. And if we have some solitude, they can actually download, install. The new program takes time to install. Kind of, you know how it is on your computer, sometimes it has to shut the computer down and then reboot. And once it reboots, the new drivers, the new update, blueprints, whatever, then can start running. So the solitude may be that shutdown time that you need to go through. It spit out too many, Sue. It's more than a couple. There it is. Potential, yes, this is potential. And of course, there's endless potential up there in the great mystery above the mountain there. See that's the universe. That also reminds me of some of the galactic energy, the photonic energy that we're going through right now, that is really making these downloads possible, because there's like this big galactic window that is opened up, and that is literally like the universe down. Look, see, can you see how it looks like it's downloading into the mountain? All of this light information from the stars, from the light. So definitely there's a lot of potential here, but we won't be able to realize the potential of these aces, the potential of all these new downloads to become the realm builder self, if we don't have the proper focus. Okay, so speaking of focus, we're gonna focus on the nature spirit cards and see what the nature spirit cards have to say in these situations. Bum 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 bum. Still sing this, the second line. Okay, shapeshifter. Woo. I love this card, the shapeshifter card, and the reason is because I think it really, really is speaking to what's going on with us right now. Literally morphing into something or someone very different than we were before. Now that doesn't mean your core self, your core values, who you really are truly on the inside is going to change. No, that part of you will remain the same. That's your basic core operating system, your personality operating system. It will not change within the matrix. What is changing? Because keep in mind, we're like in a big hologram here, and what is changing is we're gonna get some downloads, some upgrades, updates. That might mean you get different outfits to wear, shape shifting. Some of you may want to look at updating your wardrobe, your looks, you name it. But really, what I feel like a shapeshifter what they're telling me though is I feel like that's where how other people are going to see you more than yourself. It is as we're going through these downloads and changeovers and becoming this different person, tuning into aligning ourselves and tuning into our higher existences, the higher self and the soul. uh, it will, we may even literally disappear from people. Now that is ultimately what will happen once we get up to the fifth dimension. Lower vibration people won't even be able to see you. It's like, whew, like you became a shapeshifter and disappeared, turned into a bird, what have you. But I do see definitely changing shape, and that has to do with changing perceptions, beliefs, attitudes as well. Another one with the nature spirit. Ancient forest. Okay, this is for any of you. Of course, if you're able to get to an ancient forest, which I am, that's where those crystals came from. A forest just like that, as a matter of fact. Amazing and beautiful. Maybe not quite that thick, a little more open, but yeah, something similar. Lots of moss, lots of pretty. The ancient forest is really what I feel like to the tribe in general, to those of us that are working to connect, to have these new blueprints. The meek shall inherit the earth kind of situation. Again, that requires us to tune in to nature, to go back to nature. The ancient forest, they have long memories, the trees and the rocks, especially the rock people. And yes, they do have consciousness. Maybe not the same level that we do, but they very much have consciousness, um, especially quartz crystals. And they have memories. They remembered Earth from the time the Earth was born. There's so much information, medicine, food, healing, just incredible power, and the ability to sustain us for thousands of years before this culture that we're currently in came available. So all of the keys that we need to survive on this earth, even in difficult times, rest within the forest and nature. I think some of you actually are thinking very strongly of becoming a shapeshifter, shape shifting out of being a city person, and perhaps maybe wanting to move to a more rural area where there is more nature to be had, and not so much being confined in a city. Elder. Some of you are being visited by your ancestors, elders. You may actually have still living grandparents, parents. It might be a time in your life where you have become the elder of your tribe, of your family. But it is talking about receiving and hearing the information of an elder. For some reason, the Temperance card came up with that, because they have learned how to slow down. They have been on earth long enough to know, just like the ancient forest knows, that in nature everything has a process and a timing. Some plants, you plant the seed, in 3 to 7 days that seed is up. In a month you're able to eat. Like lettuce, you're able to actually eat the results. And then again, you have like the mighty oak tree, which takes hundreds of years to reach its full size and maturity as you would see them. So everything has a cycle and a process, and they're asking, with the wisdom of the elders, to honor that cycle and process that is coming for you, because there is some major changes. One of the things, I tried to do this reading once. Of course, my sound was messy. Hopefully it won't be so bad this time. But one of the things that came up in the other reading was reverse strength card and having power struggles with other people. I see it again in this reverse King of Pentacles, who would also very definitely get into power struggles, in particular over money or possessions, work, power, control of actual physical spaces. So, we're definitely needing to move away from those egoic power struggles, and within and without. Yeah, this is a funny thing. The first thing, and I don't know if it's just me, but excuse me, when I get to talking loud and fast, it chokes me up. It says, your connection to crystals and gemstones is, oh, I gotta put these glasses on because I can't. It's too dark in here. Is a channel for healing energy. Hey, like I said, I'm gonna have some crystals for sale, or if you'd like to get a reading, I have some available. Now, I know in my personal experience, crystals have been my lifesaver. They literally saved my life in the year 2020. Just working with them, they kept me clear, protected. My ancestors really loved me getting them and working with them. I'm seeing amethyst as well as quartz crystal. So the purple quartz, also the rose quartz. So they're showing me all these different kinds of rose quartz to help with the high heart chakra. The purple again is the third eye area, and of course we need to open all these up in procession before we can get to the soul star chakra that you want to work on. So they may be saying as I was showing you all the wonderful crystals, they are actually a really good way to connect with that. Now, it takes a little time to get to know your crystal, meditate with it before it starts opening that up. And of course, it depends on where you're at in your journey. Some people will go to it like that. Other people, it may take a few days, weeks, some years. Who knows? It's all good. It's no right or wrong. It's just where you're at. That's another thing that I've been hearing, especially you just got to, especially with my own personal stuff, is learning to accept people where they're at, especially if we're at disagreements or power struggles with them. You know, and especially if they have very rigid belief systems and they're not as high in the vibrational scale as you might be, trying to argue with them, trying to convince them that your way is better. That's not going to work. The only thing that's going to do is lower your vibration and turn all your aces upside down. Not just the pentacle, but the sword and the cup. We don't want to lose that. No, we don't need to waste time arguing with other people. Let them have their beliefs. Let them have their reality. Like I said, we're in the splitting of the earth right now, and not everybody's going to go. And it's not about judging the other people. We're all at different places in our journey. That's what I'm having to yell at myself as well as talk to it about YouTube, that we really have to accept and appreciate people for where they're at. And it may be that we have a powerful attachment to these people. They could be our children. They could be our parents or sisters, brothers, wife, husband, loved one, somebody, or even a cherished boss and a co-worker. But it's all up to them whether they decide to go or not. And there may become this decision point where we become that shapeshifter. We become the shapeshifter, and we have to shapeshift our way out of that situation. For everybody's on good, really. Because it's not going to help them to vibrate higher thinking that you think less of them because they're not where you're at. And it's going to bring you back down to their level, trying to pick them up. What I've learned, what my guides have been telling me over and over again, especially in the situation I currently and really intensely was dealing with just a few weeks ago, was just let people be where they're at, and you shine and you vibrate and you be the highest example and vibration. And if they want to climb up to where you're at, great. If they don't, keep moving. Keep it moving. That's what my ancestors have been telling me really strong. Keep it moving, and forward, because we're in the age of Aquarius, and that is about the future. So we also have some energy healing going on. I don't know if any of you are doing Reiki or, there's all kinds of form of energy healing. It's crystals. You can use that with crystals. Reiki. You can do that on yourself. You can look it up on YouTube. There's so much out there to have to do some self-healing that way. You don't need a whole bunch of degrees. Many of us are naturals at it anyway. It's just a matter of learning the hand positions and the techniques, and that just takes a few minutes. It's not hard to do. Pets and children are very receptive of it, but it is a good way to focus and center energy. So energy healing, Reiki, I'm hearing Tibetan sound bowls, stuff like that. That will help you to tune into your infinite abundance. Again, this one also came up, and I'm feeling like this infinite abundance. That's what we're talking about. Okay, I put this down. This reverse King of Pentacles, which is the poverty consciousness, going up against the infinite abundance, the poverty consciousness of the 3D, going head on with the infinite abundance of the 5D. Ching, ching, ching. Which one do you want, people? Nothing, barely getting by, the king sitting on all to go while he's just giving out little crumbs to everybody, and you gotta be one of his, biatches over here, they're Pan. Well, it's not Pan. I forgot his name. Anyway, Puck. Puck in the Midsummer Night's Dream. Puck or one of these other guys haven't always listened to what Oberon says, because Oberon's the boss and he's the king and he's got all the money and he tells you what to do, or you be your own boss. You be your own person because you got the new blueprints here and you tune into the infinite abundance, because that's what the universe is trying to give us all. But who's blocking it? We're blocking it. Why? Because of these old belief systems that need to be cleared out and rewritten. All these old belief systems. The old belief systems tell you how much money you're going to have, who you're going to love, where you're going to live, what's okay, what's not okay. You know, and a lot of it is, if anybody is arguing with you about it, it's because they feel like they're going to lose something by you going and doing your thing. And if somebody's arguing with you about what they're going to lose because you go and do what's in your heart to do, you might want to review that relationship, because it sounds like it's one of those conditional situations. I love you so long as you're here giving me what I need or giving me all your time and attention. The minute you put it on somebody else, I'm going to scream like a 3-year-old and try to get you back, or start a fight with you to pull your energy away, to lower your vibration so you stay where you're at, where I'm comfortable with you. You can't go anywhere. And of course, there's not a lot of people like you around you because everybody's like going along like a bunch of sheep. So that's why you get on YouTube, right? Uh-huh. Yeah, and that's where that Two of Cups comes in, because once you ditch all that, get rid of the people trying to hold on to you, pull you back into their energy because it suits them, because they're being selfish. All that overgiving over time sets you up for some bad stuff. But if you can let that go, here comes the Two of Cups. That is a real love, real friendship, you know, the joining together of souls for a common purpose. Now, could it be romantic? Absolutely. Could it be a business partnership where you're really vibrating together and can actually make some serious infinite abundance bank? Hells to yes. That's what a real partner, business partner. If you want a business partner, and I saw infinite abundance in this Two of Cups, whether that's a partnership of marriage or a business partner, I would say go for it, baby. You just won the lotto. Even better than the lotto, because you feel like you actually earned the money, and so you're not going to blow it and in a year be broke. You know how many stories of those I've heard? So I actually have known people that won lottery, not like millions and millions, but several 100,000. A couple years later, they didn't have nothing because of their prosperity, of their poverty consciousness. They weren't in prosperity consciousness. Maybe just enough to win it, but you got to stay in it. You can't just win it. You got to stay in it. Ah ha ha. One more card. They're gonna give us another card on this situation. Yes, they did. Oh, they gave us 2. Okay. So you're coming out of this four of Cups situation here. That's sitting and meditating. What am I going to do? I have all these options. They all kind of seem like all the same old shit that I always had, and I don't really want it. That person just like that other person, or, you know, just nothing turns you on. You kind of just, we've all just kind of gotten fat and lazy, you know, with 2020, you know, so, and I really feel like, yeah, it's a little bit of depression, but it's just kind of like being so much into yourself and so much into your emotions, you can't see the forest for the trees. Because in a lot of these cards, it doesn't show it in this one of the 4 cups is being offered to you by spirit or your soul self. Okay? And your soul self is here to take you out of this shitty situation we know you in. Just like the rest of us. So, see, there it is. There's your soul self trying to give you the blueprint for the boat you're going to build to get the hell out of Dodge. Now, it could be an actual real physical move that you're going to really physically leaving a situation. But these are also swords, because so it could be a mental situation where you use your own mind to move yourself out of a situation. Could be somebody's helping you through a real difficult a really difficult situation inside yourself, inside your own mind. It could be to help you literally get away from some other people, but calmer waters are coming. I really feel like so long as we're trying to stay connected to our soul purpose, that we're being involved, like using the inner children, our own inner children, to come out and play and decorate the set for us and have a good time. So long as we're staying in that energy and we're listening to spirit, like spirit said, do the reading, the collective reading for everybody, I think we will be able to get enough information on a need to know basis that we really will be able to navigate into that wonderful, wonderful Two of Cups, beautiful, infinitely abundant reality. Any more messages for the collective? Yep. Or if you choose not to do it, ego takes over and says, that's too much work. I don't want to. We got the Five of Swords, you know? And again, I feel like a lot of us, not just myself, but a whole lot of us out there are leaving this really negative Five of Swords, feeling like we were attacked either by other people or our own belief systems to really come in and poison things, because the dark side, even though it's already lost, it don't know it yet. So it's working overtime to try to pull you back in, try to get you in those ego battles. What did I say about that other reading? That's how the reverse strength card is about them getting sucked into the power struggles in that same old sick relationship with that reverse King of Pentacles that likes to manipulate you and control you and isolate you. That's no fun. Or you can have this wonderful true love situation with infinite abundance, intimate abundance too. Yeah, I like that. And both of you together, look at this. Here, we got the Two of Cups, Realm Builders. What's this? Twin Flame Crystal. That's what it could be. Or you can stay in the same old shitbag mindset and go for about another 30 years or the rest of your life. Start over next life. There are going to be opportunities to shift and change. And this is only a mindset. That doesn't mean that things are going to start clicking overnight. Rome wasn't built in a day again. Is that it, Spirit? We're going to end on the Five of Swords? Blech. That's the shittiest card in the deck. Use my language, but that's how I feel about it. Because there's some shitty people that pull off, and we have that too. Our own ego. That's a negative, nasty, nasty ego. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna end with Sir Gabriel. Gabriel. All right. Judgment Day is upon us, people. Which is it gonna be? You're gonna rise up to your higher calling, download your blueprint, be a realm builder. Do what you came here to do. Rise above all this shitty shit. Five of Swords. Reverse King of Pentacles. Taking your one pentacle and putting it in his big bank. Or you're going to go with Judgment Day. Let the ferryman carry you away. To go to the other side to see your Two of Cups. Where you're going to have intimate and infinite abundance as realm builders, operating from the high heart chakra, getting download blueprints from your soul star chakra, A or B. Which is it going to be, people? There's no more C, no more middle ground. Okay, and that's that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, all that good stuff. You want a reading, contact me in email. You can't do it through the website right now. We're rebuilding the website currently to have all these goodies available to you. Thank you. It's been fun. Hey, I'm glad I listened to my inner child. I've had a good time today. I got some infinite abundance coming my way, and may you be blessed. bless all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank those of you that kept on my butt and kept asking me, where are you at, Mystic Hawk? We miss you. Well, here I am. All right. Have a blessed day, everybody. Bye-bye now.